welcome back to my channel. I'm Paula. This is my cat Mika. She's my assistant in this matter. She doesn't really do any assisting at all, but you know, she's here just to watch out and make sure I don't forget any items. As you can guess from the title of this video, this is my monthly favourites, January favourites to be precise. If you want to check out the rest of my favourites videos, I've been filming them since October. I'll link the playlist link above right now, so you can go and check out the other ones if you want to. I thought we'd crack on pretty swiftly today. I've got quite a few items to go through, so let's just crack on and do it. Okay, so let's start with some like beauty kind of things then. So kicking off with something which isn't particularly that exciting, but I wanted to mention it anyway because I have been using it a lot this month, and this is the Cetaphil Oily Skin Cleanser. Let me get out the way so you can zoom in on it. Basically, I have what's called combination skin, so I can have really oily skin and it can be really dry as well. It's really annoying because a lot of products are for one or the other. So when I find something which is for oily skin, I tend to avoid it because it means it'll really dry my face out where it isn't oily and doesn't need it. Oh, it's got already. Such a part-timer. You're not taking your job seriously. It's actually for oily skin, but it does say on the front, removes excess oil without drying. So I thought, oh, I'll give that a go because maybe it won't dry out my skin. And actually it doesn't. I have noticed this morning I have a slight dry patch just under my eye, but I don't think this is down to this because I've only been using this once a day. I don't use it too much, just use it before bed. And in the morning, I'll either just use water and soap, or I'll just use a face wipe. Or I do also still use the Neutrogena cleanser that I've mentioned in a previous video. So that is still in use. But I'm finding this is really helping me keep spots at bay and just stop being excessively oily, because often what can happen is with the Neutrogena cleanser, often it'll be absolutely fine, but then randomly my face will just be really oily from using that. So I try not to use that too much as well. So using that, a combination of that and this has worked really well for me. But yeah, I really like this. It's got a really nice smell to it. It's very talcum powdery, very like clean. So if you've got oily skin or combination skin, give this a go. Don't use it too much though, because it will dry your skin out if you're using it excessively. And the next thing I've been loving is a bit random. It's an electric toothbrush. Don't know if you can even see it, or if you even want to see it. I'm sure you know what a toothbrush looks like. I got Luke one of these for Christmas because he'd been going on about getting one for ages, and he's the sort of person that just won't buy himself the thing he wants. Like he'll spend money on lots of random stuff, but if there's something he's really after, he never buys it for himself. So I wanted to get him one for Christmas just because I knew he would like it, and he has not stopped going on about how good it is, how clean it makes your teeth, how it feels. Yeah, he literally goes on about it all the time. So he got me one to match his, in pink. His is blue. How stereotypical is that? But yeah, so and to be fair to him and the fact he was going on about it so much, it is really good. It does clean your teeth really well, and I do actually quite enjoy using it. And obviously we all have to brush our teeth and we all have to do it regularly, blah blah blah, but this actually makes brushing your teeth quite enjoyable. So I've been really enjoying this month. So I always like to include a perfume, and this month I've been really enjoying this Narciso Rodriguez perfume. It's just called For Her. Let me get out of the way so you can see it. It's just a really lovely fresh smell, and I think it's perfect for like January when you've come out of that Christmas period. You want a bit of freshness in your life. You're fed up of like the richness, and do you know what I mean? Like you just want things to be a bit fresher, a bit of grapefruit in there, I think. I don't know, what would you describe it as? I really can't. It's just fresh. It's just really fresh. It's probably more fruity than florally. Just go and give it a smell when you next see it in a shop. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this month. Really nice fresh smell, and yeah, I can't say fresh any more time, so I'm going to stop talking about it. Okay, last for kind of beauty. I got myself this particular product before my wedding because I was using it quite a lot in the run-up to my wedding, and it's the Charlotte Tilbury Goddess Skin Clay Mask, and it's absolutely lovely. It's in a really nice bottle. This is so nice, you've got to try it. It's the Goddess Skin Clay Mask, and it says on the front to visibly lift, smooth, brighten and tighten pores for baby skin. And it really does actually. It does visibly tighten your pores. I've got quite big pores like around my nose area, and it's just really nice. It makes your skin really smooth, but it's just a bit of a treat. You know, certain products just a bit of a treat. You know they're expensive, you know you're going to use them sparingly, and if you just had a really shit week, or you just, I don't know, you just really want to treat yourself and pamper yourself, this is the sort of product that you should use. I've been using this a lot this week, so quite a stressful week, and as you'll know if you've watched my weekly vlog, our heating packed in for a few days and it was just freezing, and I was having a lot of baths to warm up, and yeah, I used this quite a bit this week. But yeah, it's a really lovely face mask and I really recommend it. Okay, moving on to like edible items. So the first thing is I've really been enjoying these this month, and actually before Christmas as well. They are the chocolate and coconut granola bars from Tesco. They look like this. So nothing exciting to look at in terms of packaging, but they're just really tasty. They're like a biscuit, so they're a hard kind of granola bar, like a biscuit. And I find that if you have one of these with a cup of tea or a coffee or whatever, it just really satisfies that craving for like a sweet thing. Like if you have a packet of biscuits open, it's so easy just to keep eating biscuits because they're open, they're in front of you. Yeah, it's much easier just to keep reaching for a biscuit. But I find, I don't know about you, but I find that if you have something that has its own packet, that's an individual packet, it's like an individual portion, it's much harder to then reach for another one. I mean, you can, obviously, you just open another packet, but I think there's something psychological there where if it's not open and not in front of you, it's much less likely that you're going to be like, I'm going to have another one. Anyway, I'm really rabbiting on now. I've been really liking these this month with a cup of tea as an afternoon snack. And yeah, as I say, they're only 132 calories, so they're not crazy, and yeah, they're really nice. Okay, this is a bit of a weird one because I'm actually going to show you a present that I've got for my mum that I haven't even given to her yet. So she's probably going to see this before she receives the present. But we went to Edinburgh this month. I'm going to talk about that a bit more in a minute. But yeah, we went to Edinburgh a couple of weeks ago and I absolutely fell in love with the Edinburgh Gin. Now we actually have a bottle already in our kitchen. It's the Seaside Gin that our friends Katie and Rupert got for us for, I think it was for Christmas one year. But it's a really lovely bottle of Edinburgh Seaside Gin. And so we went to Edinburgh and went to the gin distillery and we're looking at all the different types of gin. And I've had a few people mention the rhubarb and ginger gin to me before. I hadn't got around to trying it, and I tried some and oh my god, it's so good. And also weirdly, they sell it in Wetherspoons, like it's the actual Edinburgh Gin, rhubarb and ginger gin in Wetherspoons. And we actually went to, it wasn't a Wetherspoons, but it was a pub a little bit like that, and they had it, they had the rhubarb and ginger gin, so I was drinking that with ginger ale or with just like a nice tonic. Edinburgh Gin, rhubarb and ginger gin. If you haven't tried it before, you have to. It's absolutely lovely. This is the little bottle I brought back for my mum. I could only bring back a little bottle because we only had carry-on luggage to Edinburgh, so I couldn't have like a big bottle in our luggage. But I'm gonna give her this to try to see if she likes it as well. But that's what the packaging looks like. Let me get out of the way. It's a really lovely little bottle. It's like a little mini bottle obviously, but if she likes it I'll get her a bigger bottle. It tastes to me like a rhubarb and custard sweet, like a hard-boiled sweet, but the ginger in it stops it being too sweet because I'm not a massive fan of sweet drinks. If you like gin and you like rhubarb and you like ginger, go try this. Have it with a nice tonic, like a nice fever tree tonic, or with ginger ale, and it's really, really, really good. Okay, now I haven't got this to show you because I haven't actually got any in the house. I had a pot yesterday and that was the last pot, and annoyingly I was like, oh, I'm going to film my favourites and I haven't got any to show you. But I'll insert a picture on the screen now of what it looks like. It's the Greek yoghurt from Aldi, and oh my god, it's absolutely delicious. I went to Corfu about 3-4 years ago with Vicky, and every morning for breakfast we had like a big bowl of proper thick lovely Greek yogurt with like fruit and nuts and things, and having this really reminded me of that. Like, if you like Greek yogurt, you've got to try it. It's really thick, really creamy, you full for a really long time. I find a lot of Greek yogurts in shops can be really thin and watery, and I just don't like that. But yeah, I've been loving that this month. Had it for breakfast quite a few times with granola and fruit, or just with fruit, and yeah, really enjoying that. So yeah, big thumbs up for me. Moving on to kind of other things that aren't like visible things to show you. As I mentioned just now, we went to Edinburgh this month, and without a doubt that's got to be one of my favourite places I've ever been. I've travelled a fair bit to different places. Like when I think to all the places that I've been to, only as holidays, I've never done any like proper travelling, but like I've been to quite a few different places, and Edinburgh, really, I just absolutely loved it. Like there was something about the atmosphere. It just felt really chilled, people were really friendly. Obviously it's a stunning, beautiful place to visit as well, like visually it's stunning. Yeah, I just loved it. And we only stayed for 2 nights. We both really wished we'd stay for 3 because we really wanted to do a bit more stuff. And like we only ended up really sort of exploring and shopping and just like walking around the immediate area. We didn't go too far from that really. But if we go again, we definitely want to do a bit more adventurous type thing. I just absolutely loved it, and I was expecting to love it. It wasn't like it was a big surprise, but I don't know, I come back really wanting to go again, and you know that's a sign of a really good place is when you actually crave going there again. Yeah, really, really loved it. We stayed in the Grassmarket area, which was absolutely stunning. Our hotel had an amazing view of the castle, so our room actually had a stunning view of the castle and of the little Grassmarket shops and pubs and restaurants and things. I did film our trip, so I'll include a link of that above so you can watch and see what we did. But as I say, we just had a really chilled one actually. We didn't do anything too extravagant particularly, although it was just great being there. Okay, the good news is I just found another memory card so I can continue with what I was saying. Edinburgh, you've got to go. I don't know, it's just something about it, it's just awesome. So as you know, if you've watched one of these before, I always like to include something I've been watching and something I've been listening to. I haven't really been watching that much. We've watched a lot of movies. If you've seen my vlogs or you follow me on Instagram, you'd have seen that we're doing the 100 movies bucket list poster at the moment, really, rather than watching TV. I have really been enjoying the series with Sheridan Smith in called Cleaning It Up. She plays the cleaner who has a gambling addiction. He's in a lot of debt, owes a lot of money, and there's lots of twists and turns and stuff and what she gets up to try and get money. But yeah, so that's been really good. I love Sheridan Smith. Everything I've ever seen her in, she's been awesome in. She's such a good actor. So yeah, I've really been enjoying that. But other than that really, and other than movies, I haven't really been watching too much. So yeah, movies and the Sheridan Smith Cleaning Up drama is the two things I've really been watching. In terms of listening to, oh my God, I found a new favourite thing. So this is probably why I haven't been watching too much. I found a podcast called My Favourite Murder and I've been absolutely loving it. It's two women called Georgia Hardstock and Karen Kilgariff, and they are both hilarious. They're actually comedians, I think, in America, so they are kind of used to being funny, I suppose, but they are just hilarious. They're so funny, so entertaining, and they have this podcast. They started it in 2016, and every week they talk about their favourite murders. They talk about a different murder story every week, so they both talk about one. So there's 2 murder stories each week on this podcast, and they do like a mini podcast as well, which is talking about other people's favourite murders, so murders that people have sent in that they want them to talk about and read out and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really cool. If you're into true crime, obviously it's perfect because you just listen and laugh and hear about different things and learn about different stories, which I'm really interested in. But them two just really make it. They're just, as I say, they're really funny, really entertaining, and I find it really soothing, which sounds odd because they're talking about murder, but I find the podcast really soothing. It's actually been helping me sleep. I actually listen to it at night, like I have it playing at night. If Luke keeps moaning that it's waking him up, then I have my headphones in listening to it, and it's been really helping me sleep. Just their voices really soothe me. If you're into true crime as well, go and check that out. It's on iTunes and I think on other various like podcast platforms, but it's called My Favourite Murder, and yeah, it's just really worth a listen to. If you're not into murder, I probably wouldn't recommend it because there is a lot of discussion about that, obviously, hence the name of the podcast. Karen and Georgia are hilarious, so it's worth listening just for that anyway, but there is a lot of murder in there, so I wouldn't recommend it if you're not into that. Okay, cool, so that's pretty much everything I've been loving this month. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you've been loving this month. Let me know if you like true crime and you've been listening to My Favourite Murder as well. I'm kind of catching up from 2016 at the moment, so I'm listening to each episode at night as I'm sort of laying in bed, so I'm quite behind. I don't know what they're doing right now, what they're talking about right now, so I don't know any of that, but yeah, if you're into that as well, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, and yeah, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe on the link down below if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I shall see you soon. Bye!